Two Bulls in a China Shop is brought to you in part by our sponsors and friends over at Manscaped, Trade Pro Academy, and Vanta Trading. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming with precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and with a new and improved 2.0 version of the Weed Whacker now available, it's the perfect time to take advantage of our exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping using promo code 2bulls at manscaped.com. As always, that is the number 2. And when it comes to institutional quality trading education, look no further than tradeproacademy.com. In our free Discord server, you'll find instructions to take advantage of our discount with them as well. And for anyone trading futures, check out vantatrading.com. Founded by Mr. W. Banks and Baba Yaga, they provide a ton of educational content with the focus of teaching aspiring traders how to build a repeatable, profitable process. Our exclusive discount code for Vanta can also be found in our free Discord server. We'll have all of those links and more in the episode description. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's conversation.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Hello, and welcome to the China Shop. I'm Shopkeeper Dan. With me, as always, is Kyle, creator of financialineptitude.com. How you doing today, Kyle?
Good, man. You're really showing your range today.
Yeah, I was trying to whipsaw through, like like somebody important was listening.
As many emotions as possible.
Yeah. This might be my big break into voice acting. This episode right here.
This one, out of the 300 that we've done.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one people say, wow, that guy's got a voice. He's hot.
Man, I wasn't really sold the first 299 episodes I heard him on, but man, this last one, he just nailed a range.
Once he got sexy with financialineptitude.com, weak need.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
A+ banter today.
Yeah. Come on to the shop with us today. Sit back, relax, hedge against the rage machine. We'd like to welcome any new listeners just joining us. We're here smashing our way through a complete set of fine china, sharing our ever-growing strategies for trying to maximize gains and cut losses. If you're new to the shop and stock trading in general, you can always check out our knowledge and resource centers on financialineptitude.com, or you can give one of our many beginner trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description, but the best place to be, get on over to the Discord server. We're on there just about every day with a bunch of amazing, really awesome people. Really great place to be. Totally free Discord server. No paid tiers, no special access areas, except for Kyle's DMs if you got some sexy feet, you know.
No, please no.
Not that.
No. That is also free.
Yes. Sexy foot free. When you do join that server, go ahead and send Kyle a private message, not of your feet, but with what, Kyle?
A mailing address, wherever you'd like to pick up some free, smashable swag that we'll send your way, just as a thank you for joining us.
Hell yeah,
right?
Straight from the shop.
The shop.
You can also go on that website. We Kyle and I are ready to retire selling China Shop T-shirts. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
They fly off the shelves in the shop.
Someday.
We're just really glad everybody's here. We have a lot of fun. It's always better with friends. Just a wonderful time. Hey, Kyle, speaking of friends, we got any show news coming up?
Yes, I had a great conversation with Kevin Jefferson. It's the first Forex trader. Well, I guess George was a Forex trader, so maybe it wasn't the first, but the first conversation about Forex.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, that'll be coming out on Monday. And then I talked to Jerry Paul earlier this week. He's the senior VP of fixed income and the portfolio manager of the Icon Flexible Bond Fund.
Wait, the Carl Icahn Fund?
Not the Carl Icahn Fund. Icon, ICON.
Okay. I was going to say, ooh.
We did talk about activists because that's one of his strategies. That was actually kind of a fun conversation to hear, like how you can actually make money trading bonds if you run a fund.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It's like, after having that, it's like, that makes sense. Okay. We also have a new mini series that's going to be launching here in July. I think the first recording should be next week. We'll be focusing on trading options with Eric Smolinski of ES Invests and Blaine McCauley of the Penny Lane podcast.
And that's swing trading options or day trading options.
I think it's up to us. Like whatever, like the whole idea is to Eric's going to customize it based on like our preferences. So
Okay.
like whatever like works best for us, he's going to help us try to develop a strategy that we can use to make that profitable.
Because these last couple of weeks I've been swing trading options and having success too. Again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been way better than my day trading. I should say it's just as consistent as my day trading. It just plays out longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. That makes sense. Yeah. I was gonna say your day trading's been doing pretty solid this last couple of weeks.
Yeah. When I looked up the percentage, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm doing.
Right.
I'm all right. Well, we have got a sleek, slender, sleepy episode for you today.
Sleepy.
Oh, yeah.
You really walked yourself in a corner with SL.
Yeah.
It's sleazy and slimy, but we can't use those.
Yeah. Well, we can, but it becomes a different show.
Yeah.
Lots of market moving news, plenty of stocks on the radar, and brighter futures than me because I left this part blank on accident.
Oh, no.
I did.
Oh, well, that happens.
I did.
Fired.
Apparently closing on a house today might have distracted me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're waiting for the call right now. So
pick up the keys, right?
Yeah, if this episode feels disjointed, that's because we had to pause for that.
Yeah, so I can take ownership of a new home.
Yeah. Exciting for you, man.
Thank you. Reach out to us. We do love your messages and comments on Twitter and Facebook, especially over on the Discord. Got the link to that in the episode description. Or if you're old school, you can just send an email. That's an electronic mail to 2bulls@financialineptitude.com. The number 2BULLS at financialineptitude.com. Maybe you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made. Or maybe you're the hottest painter of Mount Mansfield that Vermont has ever seen, but you still can't seem to get your ex-girlfriend to love you again.
Oh, speaking of the movie references and messages, Ray did reach out to us. Apparently we got that one wrong that she sent in. We guessed Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
It was actually Breakfast of Champions.
What?
Yeah, I never heard of this movie. It's based on Kurt Vonnegut's 1973 novel. But she said that we got a 7 out of 10 because Stranger Than Fiction was loosely based on this movie. So,
well, we asked ChatGPT.
Oh yeah. We were
wrong. We didn't know.
Yeah, we cheated.
We didn't know, so we cheated.
Yeah, the person we cheated off of got it wrong.
Goddamn ChatGPT! What the? Okay, and thank you, Ray. I definitely need to see this Breakfast of Champions film. That's like 90s Bruce Willis is peak Bruce Willis.
Oh God, I know.
Right?
There's some real good ones and some real not good ones.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle. Then maybe don't try to answer it. You're the hottest painter of Mount Mansfield, Vermont has ever seen, but you still can't seem to get your ex-girlfriend to love you again. We'll give people a chance to throw out their answers on the Discord.
I like it.
And
okay.
And then whoever gets it can do their own movie, and we'll read it.
Yeah, that works. They can feel shame if they get it wrong.
Feel shame if they get it wrong, and if nobody gets it right, then
we'll just do another one.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
Time to talk about the bet results.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's not too bad. You decided to take a page from Random's playbook, and you just randomly selected DLY.
I did. How did it do? I didn't look.
It opened at 14.53 on Monday on the shortened day and closed on Friday at 14.39. So
we lost.
Well, we lost $5. They're at 495.18.
Okay.
And I had to double check this because it PAAS was what Random had picked, and it looked like almost the same stock. It did like the same exact thing. It was trading at almost the same price. It opened at 14.61 and closed Friday at 14.38.
What?
Yeah. How fucking weird is that? Random lost $8.
Fucked us. That's what he did.
Well, he lost $8 because he's opened higher.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're $3 ahead of random.
Yeah, random's at 492.13.
Does that mean we out randomed random?
Kind of.
Fuck yeah, take that, you son of a bitch.
Damn right. This is our month, man.
Yeah,
This is
we
the
got
month
it.
of the bulls.
We got it.
And like this, I don't remember if this is the historically bullish month or if that was June. We just left. Either way, we're winning this one.
Woo! Woo! Hoorah!
I swear I'll go back and edit past episodes if I have to. Just be dubbed in, leaving us with $630.
do it like record it while you're driving on your phone.
I know, so it's obviously
It's like win
dubbed.
$650.
I'll have my wife dub it.
Yeah, we've always gone with the woman's voice right there.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that'd be a lot of them to go back and fix. All right, should we move on and start talking about some news?
Oh, is there news to talk about? Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, I guess let's do that.
All right.
Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two fools trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, Dan.
Two fools trading information.
What?
Two fools trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two fools trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. What information?
Well, what do you want to start with?
Ooh. Well,
I mean, you just bought a house. I mean, maybe.
yes, there is a big story. Mortgage rates have hit their highest point of the year, which means they've hit their highest point
In years.
in years.
God damn, when was the last time we were at like before 2008? Because the first house I ever bought was in 08, and it was like 5.25, and that was a good rate.
2006. I'm looking at the 30-year graph. 2006, it had a peak of 6.78.
It doesn't feel like that long ago.
2008, it's 6.5. So that's where I locked in my mortgage, is like 6.49.
Yeah.
And I think you and I were talking about this. Like, yeah, of course, if it goes down, you can be refinancing. But if it goes up, you're going to feel like a genius.
I know, right?
You can't lose. Like,
Yeah,
lock it in.
refinancing is easy enough. It's not like Canada where they recalculate your loan interest rates every so many years.
Yeah. Weird, crazy Canadians.
That's insane. That sounds like the banks had a lot more say in drafting that legislation.
So this followed an uptick in the 10-year Treasury yield. You know, we saw that report last week showing inflation was still sticky.
Yep.
And they're getting hawkish towards future rate increases.
Yep.
When they release their minutes, that's what it turned out.
I think the Fed Watch has us at a 92% as of today, as of Friday, for another 25 bip hike.
Yeah.
At least they're only factoring in a 25 bip hike again. There's a 0% of a half point, so that's a good sign, I guess. They're not scorching the earth anymore. It's like fighting cancer with radiation therapy. It's like, we'll get rid of the cancer, but you may not survive.
We're also going to kill most of you.
Yeah.
This has, of course, brought demand screeching to a halt.
I thought it was actually fairly strong still. Stronger than you'd expect.
I know it was stronger than I expected when we started house shopping. Every good place we found, someone had already put an offer in.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is we're not having enough houses listed for people to consider. There's not enough good inventory.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Which is, I think, misleading for this headline to be like demand's down. Personally, definitely the good homes already, which led us to put the offer on the house we did. Like
Right.
really fast. Like, okay, it checks all the boxes. Like, no more talking. Like,
Get it.
make the offer accepted. Boom, we got the house.
Yeah, normally I like to negotiate, but the house that we bought in January is like, okay, put in the offer at their ask, even bump it up a little bit because we wanted some concessions for buying
Yeah,
the rate down.
yeah,
It's like make sure they get their price because we want to give them their ask so that way they don't take any more offers.
yep. We went 2,000 over ask.
Yeah, yeah, that seems reasonable. I
You know,
kind of
that's
have to in this environment.
yeah. Well, when it's just a fucking good place,
Yeah.
right? Then but they're anticipating it's gonna get slower and slower from here,
Hmm.
because the main thing that's happening is people aren't, because interest rates are so high, no one's selling their home to upgrade.
Oh, right,
Right, people get locked into the
right.
house they're in now because it's like, oh, it's too expensive to upgrade.
Yeah,
We're gonna take them, like if you locked in your mortgage in 2020 and it's 3%.
yeah. It's not like you can roll your mortgage to a new asset.
Yeah, you may want that more expensive house, but it's going to double your monthly payment.
Uh huh. That's an excellent point.
Yeah, so that's the demand that we're seeing disappear. It's not
Right,
like there aren't people out there shopping for homes, but it's it'll be interesting to see what happens when all the new construction finishes
right.
and
That's.
people can't afford
Hmm.
loans.
All right. Well, I got a couple of competing stories.
Okay.
Let's start with the bear first. The S&P. This is from investing.com. They say that the S&P is facing a moment of truth as Q2 earnings season is kicking off. So on Friday next week is when the earnings season should officially begin. That's when the big banks start to report, like JP Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, United Health. And then the week after that, we get like the Teslas, Netflix, IBM, BofA, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all those ones. What is what they're claiming here is that investors are bracing for what may be the worst reporting season in 3 years amid the
Oh,
impact of several macroeconomic headwinds. So earnings per share for the S&P 500 fell 2% in Q1 2023, and that's from the previous quarter in 2022. This upcoming one, they're expecting earnings to drop 6.8% compared to the same period last year.
oh, ouch.
Yeah. And if that's confirmed, that would be the biggest year over year earnings drop reported by the index since the second quarter of 2020 when the economy was reeling from COVID. And this would also mark the third consecutive quarter in which the earnings have declined year over year.
Oof.
Interestingly, though, there's several of them that are expected to project growth, which is led by consumer discretionary, communication services sectors. The ones that are predicted to decline include the energy, materials, and healthcare.
Okay.
So that is looking kind of bearish. Like you'd expect with inflation that revenues would increase just based on, the raising cost of, as they try to pass on that inflation cost to the consumers.
Yeah.
B of A, on the other hand, has an indicator that they are predicting a 16% surge in the next 12 months. And this is,
16% surge?
yes, yes. That would put the S&P at 4,800 by the end of the year and 5,200 from a year from now.
Wow. I mean, okay, sure.
So this indicator is called the sell side indicator. It tracks sentiment toward equities on a monthly basis based on asset allocation recommendations provided to the bank and Bloomberg. It's at nearly 53%. In June, it rose 0.33 percentage points, biggest monthly increase since November for the sentiment reading, and coincided with the 6.5% June rally for the index.
Hmm.
So the basic point of this indicator is it's just looking to see how many people are bearish. And when the consensus gets like really bearish, that's when the markets go up. So, let's see.
Okay.
Savita Subramanian, I know I butchered that name. He said Wall Street's consensus equity allocation has been a reliable contrary indicator. In other words, it has been a bullish signal when Wall Street strategists are extremely bearish and vice versa.
Okay, so it's almost like a reverse Kramer, but for the
For
overall
all
sentiment
for the whole industry.
for the industry. I
Yeah,
love it.
I do too.
I love
And
it
it
so
makes
much.
perfect sense. Like when
Yeah.
everybody's bearish, there's nobody to sell anymore. Everyone's already sold. Where's it going to go? It's
Everyone's
got to go
already
up.
sold. It's the greedy that are buying,
Right.
and get fearful when everybody's buying because you're going to run out of people to sell.
Yeah. Well, and,
Run out of people that have money to buy, and then they all have to sell to get money,
yeah, exactly.
and it pushes it down. Huh.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I guess he's got skeptics at Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and even at BofA. Michael Harnett, he says the rebound is running out of steam. But Subramanian, however the fuck you say that, he's sticking by his prediction.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the chart right now, and I don't think. I mean, we're banging against 4,500, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get it.
Well, exactly, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know which way to go on this. There's a lot of economic data that looks like things should be going down, but markets aren't necessarily rational.
Yeah.
I think we've learned that lesson the hard way a few different times.
We have, absolutely. In
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, right. That'll be my good and the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right. All right. You got any other stories for market news?
Yeah. I mean, it's market-ish. I considered it. The New York City has passed an $18 minimum wage law that includes Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub contractors.
Oh, that's what that story was?
Yes.
Oh, so somehow that ruling has had an impact on Uber and Lyft, but it was more about the minimum wage. Oh, that's fucking interesting.
So the story references an earlier story that happened earlier this year. Uber and Lyft won against the proposition that or was it lost court rules that Uber and Lyft can keep treating drivers as contractors in California. That was back in March 14th on Engadget. But right now, yeah, they're New York City. Yeah, they tried to pass a mandated minimum wage for food delivery workers.
Mm-hmm.
And now DoorDash, Grubhub, of course, they're fighting it in court. They're suing to block the law from going into effect.
They don't want to have to pay a minimum wage to their drivers?
No, they do not. They say it's going to inflate food order prices and hurt all your local restaurants.
Well, I mean, it's not going to inflate it's going to inflate Uber's and Lyft's costs.
Not according to Uber and Lyft.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It says it's going to hurt. It's going to inflate food. But by inflating their costs, that will hurt local restaurants because less people will use them.
Oh, they'll have to go to the store to go pick up their food?
That was my thing. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Like, I remember going to get food before Uber and Lyft existed. Like, it's doable.
It's not hard, especially in a big city like New York. There are literally restaurants on every block.
every corner. Right. I think they're just salty because their workaround of being like, we'll just call our employees contractors,
right, isn't
working for them.
Yeah.
But if this, depending on what happens here, this could be big and an echo through the country. So I want to keep a close eye on it and see how it plays.
For sure. All right. Anything else for
no
market news? All right. Then we should probably slap some advertising in here and move on.
Love me some advertisements.
I know. It's what makes this company...
It's what makes this company part of this country.
Yeah. That's what makes us American, baby. All right. Let's play a stock song and move on.
Stock time!
Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time.
Please don't sue us.
All right. Let's see. What should we kick this off with? Okay. Big news in the EV market. Toyota has claimed new developments to solid state batteries that would increase the range by like up to 700 and some miles and a charge time of like 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Toyota?
Yeah. The one that's been very slow to adopt or take EV seriously suddenly announced this game-changing technology.
Well, they had the Prius all along.
Oh, that's true. They did, didn't they?
They were the first to do the hybrid, but you're right. They've just been sticking with hybrids, and now
Right.
now it turns out we know why.
They've just been
They're
trying to develop this.
when we hit the market, we're gonna hit it way. You guys prime it, and then we'll show up with the best product there is, and nobody will be buying your car because our car will have twice the range and charge instantly.
Right. Well, the problem is that it's easy to create a lot of this stuff in the laboratory.
Right.
It's whether or not you can commercialize it and mass produce it and
Scale up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's been the biggest problem because I think like QuantumScape, is that the name of the other like meme stock during the COVID
That was
run-up?
one of them. Yeah.
They had announced like similar like breakthroughs and never like it's been 10 years and they still haven't been able to produce anything.
Mm.
So, but yeah, this could be really interesting, really good for EVs if this is the case.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, isn't that a big part of holding people back? But if you're like, oh no, this EV can take you further than a gasoline vehicle.
Oh yeah,
And instead of
all for that.
And I've spent way more than 10 minutes at a gas station before.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
charging while you go to eat or use the bathroom and stretch your legs. If it's just 10 minutes, like,
That's
come on.
amazing. Even if it only gets you half the charge, it's still another 300 miles. Like you're
Right,
going to need
right,
to
right,
stop
right.
more than that
What-
anyway.
Yeah, how many miles can you drive in a day? Like 700 is a ton. That's
Yeah,
that's a long day's drive.
I do that on my trips to Oklahoma City. It's right about that range. And yeah, that's like a 10-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this could be really big.
Oh yeah, especially you start putting those in semi trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah.
What do you got for stock news?
Well, you know those two crazy billionaires that might tickle each other?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, the one who bought the bird company and totally
Yep.
changed it and has kind of driven it into the ground
Right.
is suing the one that bought the Ready Player One VR company for releasing its own version of what the Twitter used to be.
Right.
Facebook released Threads. Sorry, apologies. Meta released Threads,
Yes.
which is just Twitter, like how it used to work.
Yeah.
So Twitter's suing them, and their basis for the lawsuit is you hired dozens of our former employees we laid off.
Right. Wow. Well,
You hired all the people we fired, and now you have a competing platform. No fair.
but if they were taking like the old code and like he's got a case. Like
Yeah?
if they signed NDAs, which
Oh.
are typically part of like what you
Right.
signed when you go work for these companies.
Right. He's
And,
saying they stole
yeah.
trade secrets and intellectual property.
yeah. He also
But my question is, Kyle, one, what part of it is the intellectual property? Because if it's just because ultimately Twitter's just a fucking fancy message board that we used to do in the 90s with dial-up modems and BBSs.
right.
Okay, so like the concept of that Twitter flow, that's not new.
Yeah.
How does he know the inner workings of the company well enough to be able to say you stole trade secrets? I don't think there's any trade secrets to steal. I think he's just pissed.
No, he's definitely pissed. I think I'm trying to find the tweet that he had on there. It said something about he called the
Competition is fine, cheating is not.
No, not that one. There was
Oh.
another one. There was one where he called him Lizard Boy. He said Lizard Boy deciding to copy and paste the same thing that I paid $44 billion for. I guess we'll settle it in the cage or something like that.
Damn! Oh my god!
Yeah,
It's
so-
genius. I will settle it in the cage. There. Oh. But the
Maybe.
boxing match is the build-up, right? Where you get the two
Uh-huh,
fighters talking shit
uh-huh.
about each other.
Yep.
God damn, I want to see this pay-per-view. Those genius bastards. I hate how much I want to see them fight. I hate it.
How much do you think he's going to get out of this?
Hundreds of millions. And god damn it, Kyle, if it's in Vegas, I might go see it in person.
I would consider probably taking a trip up there for that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's going to be our
Come
JFK moment.
right?
I was there when
I was there when either Zuckerberg killed Musk or Musk killed Zuckerberg. I was there when the Neuralink went bad and the AI turned on everyone within 10 feet of the ring.
they've been talking about doing this in the Coliseum too.
Musk was just ripping people's heads off. It was complete pandemonium. Shut it down, he cried. Shut it down, but nobody
Right.
could.
Oh God. All right. Keep an eye on this one, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Also, we'll see who wins. Now that Twitter has been gutted, I think he created the space. I think this is his fault. I don't think Meta would have ever for a second thought about trying to compete with Twitter if he hadn't destroyed it first.
That's a good point. But Zuckerberg's also really good at copying and pasting other people's stuff rather than trying to create his own.
Yes. It's
this
true.
is definitely in his wheelhouse too.
Yeah.
All right. Last one that I've got, and I have to be real quick to hit the stop button so it doesn't paywall me. This is an article with an update about the Microsoft Activision deal from Seeking Alpha.
Okay.
So the whole thing right now is hinging on this lawsuit that the FTC has brought, trying to get a preliminary injunction to stop the breakup or stop the acquisition. And the way that these things work, I guess, is that this primary injunction request is going to be the thing that basically makes or breaks the deal. If it goes through, then typically the FTC, historically, they'll drop their case. And then the other side, if the FTC ends up winning it, then the other side usually typically backs out because the process is so fucking long that it's basically going to kill the deals anyway. So the kind of sum up what has been going on in here, they're basically saying that Microsoft is focused on this deal because they want to get more into mobile gaming. That's dominated by Apple and Google, and Microsoft basically has Minecraft, and that's about it. So in order to compete more, they need to up that brand. And Activision owns Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this respect, then this deal should make the market more competitive, not less. If as Seeking Alpha says on here, if the FTC cared about either competition or customers, they would sooner require this merger than block it. But they're positing in here that the FTC has already won, since their concern has been on the multiplayer shooter games Call of Duty. Now that Microsoft has gone out and signed those 10-year deals with allowing the other, like Nvidia and some of the other places, to be able to have access to these titles, that they've already won what they wanted.
Yeah.
There was another thing in here that was kind of really interesting. There's, like, they're really saying that it looks like the FTC is catering to Sony in this whole deal. The whole case against the deal was predicated, I'm quoting the article here, predicated upon an economist expert's report that said if 20% of users would switch from Sony PlayStation to Microsoft Xbox to get the Call of Duty, then the deal would be anti-competitive. But the 20%, they say, was just backfilled in order to make the argument they're trying to make. It was pretextual and motivated. It was simply an input. If one inputs the number 20 into an expensive and complicated formula called vertical foreclosure model, then the formula says this deal harms customers. But if one inputs 15%, then the formula says the deal doesn't harm anybody. It's not proof. It's not even an argument. It's merely syllogism.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So we're expecting the final submissions should be on Monday, and the judge will have time to work on her decision on Tuesday. We're expecting that the deal should come probably in the next week.
You know, it even reminds me of, you should loan us this money because if we had this many customers, we'd have this much income.
Right.
Huh?
Exactly.
I remember a company doing that.
So the TLDR at the very end of this thing says, this deal is pro-competitive, and if this judge is smart, she'll probably say that the FTC already achieved its purported goal when she rejects the preliminary injunction. So still have a little bit left of Activision. Hopefully this thing does happen, because that'd be a nice payoff. We run up from 82 to the 95 closing price.
Yeah. It also would be a nice fuck you to Britain.
That's the next milestone or the next headwind. But I mean, I honestly think if they do pass this and Britain holds their ground, they'll just say, fuck you, Britain. You don't get access to any of our stuff anymore.
We'll see how happy your citizenry are when they can't have
can't
any
use
Microsoft
Outlook
products.
or Google Chrome or
Right.
not
Right.
Google Chrome. Sorry, what's the other one? Bing.
Edge.
Never mind. Yeah.
Edge, AIM.
Yeah,
You'll
nobody's
get
gonna miss. Nobody's gonna miss it. Bing.
No.
But they have a stake in ChatGPT. Does that mean they won't be able to use that too?
Hey, ChatGPT, did we talk about that? They're getting sued.
Oh no, we didn't.
I don't have the article. I read this early in the week. I should have shared it. I forgot to.
I might have
Companies
seen that one.
like Reddit are saying like you scraped the internet for data to program your thing. You don't own that data.
Oh, is that why Google updated their privacy statement saying that any publicly available data will be used to train their AI?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
That makes sense.
Correct. So
All right.
ChatGPT might not be the first with one that they can market because of it. Because I think like sites like Reddit and even Facebook, they have a good case. That's their data. Like that
Right.
user agreement that you sign up for. Yeah.
But then it's also public domain too, though. Anybody can go see it.
Right, but to use it, it may be visible, but to use it for a business purpose is different. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I might be able to sing "Happy Birthday" in the pizza place. Well, I mean that's different because it changed when we were kids. Like a copyrighted song, like we can all sit around the fire and sing it. But if we're going to perform it, we got to pay ASCAP.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. All right, that's something to pay attention
Also-
to. That makes sense
also-
then why they're updating their privacy statements then.
Yes. Also, it looks like I do have a story here about it. We can share.
I just
on
sent it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter where it came from.
Yeah, you found it.
I got the story. I found it.
Yeah, you did. You did. All right, you got anything else for stock news?
Yeah, a real feel good story. Earlier in the week, there were a lot of storms going around the East Coast.
A lot of storms in my area.
A lot of storms in the Midwest. Well, they started east.
Yeah.
A lot of storms, right? Grounded. United Airlines had to ground about 3,000 flights this week.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because of that mean FAA.
Yeah. Yep.
It turns out the United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby just went ahead and chartered his own private plane so he could fly home.
Oh, that was smart.
Yeah, good on him, right?
Did he take anybody else with him, or is it just him? Because that's even worse. Like, if it's one thing if hey, I'll hit anybody who can fit on the plane. Can hitch a ride with me.
No, according to the
It's just
article,
him.
it's just him.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, right. He was quoted as saying, "I'm frustrated that the FAA frankly failed us this weekend."
Well, not us, technically.
Yeah, no.
FAA
We can
failed
say
you.
us. That's our word.
Yes.
You can't say that.
You're not us.
About 150,000 United customers experienced disruptions. Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah.
Following the BP playbook.
Yeah.
Apologizing from his yacht.
I did. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not a major story that we should spend any time on, but you'd be shocked, I say, to learn that the CEO of Shell Oil did say it would be irresponsible to cut oil production now.
Oh, really? Shell? Like, I never would have expected them to say something like that.
Yeah. It would be irresponsible to the world if we did anything to cut oil production. So,
well, I mean, that should be good for them, though, shouldn't it? Does that mean the price of their product goes up when the supply goes down?
right. You would think.
I would think they'd. Yeah, I mean, okay.
I don't know.
All right, should we move on to some crypto?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I got some crypto in my wallet, hanging out on my Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I got some crypto in my wallet, some Doja, Sushi, Polka Dot, NFT. Decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
Oh, God damn it. I got another good article here about the Bitcoin ETF with JP Morgan, but I don't know who the fuck these people are hiring. I can't pronounce any of these goddamn names. Okay, so JP Morgan strategist Nicolas Panigertzoglu
Penny
Panigertzoglu.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I know that guy. Who doesn't?
He's saying that an ETF that invests directly in Bitcoin receiving approval in the US will not be the game changer for crypto markets that many digital asset advocates have long predicted.
No?
And his reasoning, he points to other products that have existed in Canada and Europe for years that have not seen tremendous inflows. He says that the Bitcoin funds have overall attracted little investor interest over the past 2 years and failing to benefit from investor outflows from gold ETFs. And he said that in his note. I disagree with this. Trying to compare Europe and Canadian adoption or allowing these to trade on their markets is not the same as the U.S. allowing it. Don't mean to be
Countryist?
belittle any of the other foreign markets.
Nationalist?
Let's be honest here. The amount of money that trades in the U.S. markets is significantly larger than any other countries.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's the second largest economy in the world?
I'm guessing it's China. They might be the first, but I don't think many people are rushing to go invest in the Hong Kong exchange, and not nearly as many that do in the U.S.
Yeah, it is China.
Yeah. What's the turn, or what kind of? Well, they just kicked all crypto out of their country anyway. So
They did. They sure did.
Yeah. So maybe that's more of the problem than anything else. But I think that if BlackRock gets this deal, I think that's going to give a lot more confidence into Bitcoin as a whole, and there's going to be a lot more people diving into that. Because to be able to invest in Bitcoin and realize the benefits of that price movement, or if you believe in that, to not have to do it with wallets and custody things and dealing with companies like FTX and Binance, and to not have to deal with any of that shit. Like, yes, please sign me up. I would probably be buying this hand over fist once it comes out.
Yeah. Okay, you have fun with that, buddy.
I mean, maybe not right this second, but I would definitely be a lot more interested in it. Do you disagree?
I'm waiting for the utility of crypto to crystallize in a more concrete way.
I thought I saw somebody was using blockchain to do something different. Like there's a use case with that, but I'll look for that story if you want to dive into yours.
I'm waiting for the point where you don't have to look for a story, where we're all aware of it.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't want to be an early adopter. I don't want to be the first man into the trench.
Right.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Fair enough. What do you got for us here?
Well, speaking of crypto and Binance,
that's right.
They've been they've been under investigation, right?
Yeah,
all over the world.
Yep, definitely in France.
Popping the hood on Binance, going, "Hey, what is happening in here?"
Right.
According to Fortune, I believe the magazine, they've learned that senior figures, including the general counsel, the chief strategy officer, and the senior vice president for compliance, they're all leaving the company.
Ooh. Wow.
This follows the recent exit of Matthew Price, former IRS agent whom Binance hired to oversee their global investigations and intelligence.
The practice of hiring regulatory agents to come work for your company just seems like such a blatant conflict of interest.
Yeah, you think so, right?
I think our conversation with
Ian Fraser,
Jared Bibler too.
Yeah,
really highlighted that.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I'll go light on you, and then you'll give me 5 times my salary in a year from now. Like, Yeah. Okay.
right? Could you imagine if that's how it was like in law enforcement, like chief of police retires and then works private security for the mob?
Right. Yeah, no shit. Uh, but the compliance team walking away from a company under investigation is never a good sign.
I mean, it never follows up on the headline of quits over CEO's response to Justice Department investigation.
Oh,
They don't specifically get into his response,
Mhm.
but best we can do is assume that that's what it has to do with, because that's what's happening at the company, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's dug in. He said that the chief strategy guy, Patrick Hillman, left for personal reasons, and that dude did tweet that he left on good terms,
Hmm.
and he's just had his time to move on, and his wife's having a second baby, but he's still team Binance.
Right.
I say
Nah, okay. Nah,
it's probably
yeah,
just
I
good
wouldn't burn
timing.
any bridges either.
He's not trying to burn a bridge, but my wife just had the second kid, and well, you know how hard it is for a woman whose husband is a top executive at a major corporation to
Hmm.
to raise a baby. So I better step aside and help her out at home.
Yeah, that's
It's getting real busy over there.
it is definitely the right time to step aside, as he says.
Look, my laundry lady won't even make eggs anymore. It's terrible.
Jesus. All right. All right. So not good news for Binance.
No, not at all.
If I had anything with them, I think I'd be pulling it, or probably would have when that France story came out.
Yeah, there's a lot of alleged money laundering, sanctions violations, and
Not just that,
attempts.
but them using your capital to run their own personal hedge funds. Like,
Exactly,
no, I
exactly.
don't want any of that.
Not healthy.
You know what would stop that from happening? A Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock.
Oh shit! Yeah, because the BlackRock execs aren't partying on your dime.
Well, it should be less of that. It's the acceptable amount. It's not excessive.
Look, they get a lot of dimes from other pies, so
Oh, yes, they do.
that's too many metaphors. Damn it! I've just failed writing class.
Over metaphored the show.
Yeah, go start over. Rewind the
All right.
tape.
Well, I think it's about time to wrap this one up and move on anyway.
What do we do? What do we usually do at the end of crypto to wrap it up?
After this, I typically pull this out and fire it at your face.
Oh, your dick.
Sorry, aimed a little low.
No, I said your dick.
Oh,
You
oh.
pulled it up and fired at my face.
Not in the face, not in the face.
On the face. Okay. My good this week was taking profit on my swing trade.
Oh, yeah, the BlackBerry shorts that you had on?
BlackBerry shorts that I had on that I added to before when I saw the price action,
Mm-hmm.
and the volatility went down, brought the price down, not the price action.
Right,
And I
right.
said, I still like the price, even cheaper. Thank you. I'll double down. I'll buy 3 more. And I wasn't even in town in front of my computer. I was out of town visiting for the night.
Yeah.
And I was look at my phone the next morning. I saw where the price was. I didn't have to see the chart. I should say the price of the options. I didn't have to see the chart.
Yeah.
Sold 2/3 at a profit.
Nice.
The other 2 just house money now.
That's awesome.
And
That's
it
a
was-
great trade when you can do that.
Didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, look, it got there. Boop, sold, took the profit, walked away. I'll take that profit. Thank you. It felt good, not the profit. It felt good trading properly.
Yeah, the process is what it sounds like.
And feeling good about doing the process, I think, is my good for the week. Like
Oh,
that was
100%.
That's where I want to be.
My good I wrote down this one. Maybe it's a cop out. I'll let you be the judge of that. But I'm putting the whole community, the whole Discord in here. There's been just a ton of growth, I think, in this group. Uh, Not just the group too, but us as well. Like, man, we were looking back at like the last like 3 months of our performance. It's like, wow, we are a lot closer than we thought we were.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Realizing that I was actually green over the last 3 months
Mm-hmm.
was,
And
was, yeah, it was a good
when if you
reminder.
spend any time on Twitter, you've seen like even during like the weeks when like there's a ton of people blowing up, like it felt like the majority of the people posted in our group were actually doing pretty good. And I just love seeing that. Like it just
Yeah.
feels like as a group, like we've all taken some steps forward, and I think we should celebrate that.
It should be celebrated. I know when my idea of a blow up has completely changed.
Yeah, now blow up is like exceeding like 5% drawdown. like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
like I don't even come anywhere close to that usually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I pick on Joel, but like he had a rough day one of these days, and he's still like a good day away from like making that all back up. Like that's not a bad day, dude. That's just that's those kinds of days are gonna happen. Like you didn't let that get out of control. That's fucking awesome, dude. Good job.
Yeah. There's gonna be you're losing days. That's
Right.
statistics. We're trading with an edge here, not perfection.
It, well said. I feel like that should be a tagline somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we patted ourselves on the back, should we bring ourselves back down to earth with some bads and uglies?
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for us?
Yeah. I was trying to think of stuff I did bad. I mean, I scratched a winner and I let myself feel emotional about it, and I would like that. That was pretty bad. That happened this morning.
That's been
You- you-
happening fairly often from what you've been saying too.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta go back over my stats and my. We'll get to the ugly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I got to figure out if I'm actually saving or costing money when I get scared and scratch. And I think I'm costing myself money. I don't think fear should have any place in my trading strategies.
Speaking of fear, I had some of that too, but that's a different story. My bad. Remember last week I had that 100% lucrative trade score?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, this week was actually -1.
Oh,
And I actually really like the metrics that you kind of came up with on the fly when we did that roundtable episode.
oh, the reverse bracket.
Yeah, basically, every bad trade counts as -2. Every good trade counts as +1.
Yeah.
It took, let's see, I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades this past week, and 3 of them were bad.
Oh, okay. So that's -6, and then 4 were
That's
good.
-6 plus 4. So I was actually, yeah, -2. Yeah, actually, that other good one in there was actually a mistrade. That doesn't count.
Oh, mistrade.
But this actually really lines up well with the stats, like my performance for the week. My performance was basically 10 points of profit, so basically flat. So I think that's actually right in line. I really like using that metric. So my goal is to try to get that score positive and then try to keep it as close to 100% as possible.
Oh yeah.
Do you have an ugly?
I did. I did. I have not been journaling properly,
Oh,
thoroughly
no.
the last this past week.
Well, you've had kind of
It's been a crazy week.
not a normal week. Yeah.
It is not a normal week, but I should still at least journal. And then what's been happening is because I'm just doing the Apex on the
Mhm.
Ninja Trader. I've been lazy and I haven't been following along in Sierra Chart. I'm just using it for the DOM because that rhythmic feed doesn't show me much the information I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I haven't had access to the Sierra Chart records. So
Oh,
it's like a bigger pain in the ass to do.
yeah. Are you still trading your personal account with the Apex, or are you just trading the Apex now?
Right now I'm just trading the Apex. I think I just need to pop open some Ninja Trader videos and
And learn how to get the data out of it?
yeah,
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, get that journal updated, man. You got all weekend.
I know. And you were showing off your crazy, insane, amazing spreadsheet, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is what I need to be doing.
Yeah, Joel's got one to both of ours are in the Discord if anybody wants access to that too.
It's amazing. I'm going to spend time this weekend tooling it for my own purposes, and I'm going to switch over to that. It's brilliant, and I want to start using it to track. I want to track properly, and I want to track as best as I can. I want to do it right, because the more professional you take it, the more of a professional you are. It's like magic.
Yep. Well said.
Thank you.
All right. My ugly, I'm going to just go right to my journal here and talk about what happened on Wednesday. This is my reflection after the trades that I took on Wednesday. I struggled a bit. I basically boiled it down to one, I was in a hurry to get a winning trade so I could be done early. This mindset kept me from being patient. And then two, I had a short bias that should have been invalidated when the price action on ES held out the 60s off the open. And you even tried to clue me into this. You asked me, like, why are you trying to short this? But I wouldn't listen. And
yeah. It's like trend day, man. Trend day.
On reflection, I knew, I think it was because deep down I knew that I'd have to wait for a lot longer to be able to get priced to another area where I'd be allowed to take a trade. And because of being in that hurry to try to get done early, I didn't want that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a combination of the two. I had started the day with the mindset that I'm going to hit a win and get out done early. Instead, I took 2 quick losses and just shut it down for the day. On the plus side, though, I recognized something wasn't quite right. I did size down to half size, and I only took 2 trades. So my ugly day was a 1R loss. Like, kind of happy with that.
Yeah.
Only lose 1R and recognize that I had some things that happened and like the learning aspect of it. Like, yeah, that's chump change.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. That's I know it's your ugly, but like that's where we get the most growth.
Yes.
Is talking about our uglies.
Yep. And it may seem like that's all we talk about, but promise you it's not.
Yeah. Oh man. Also, let's just give a little bit of a shout out to that M period challenge.
Oh fuck yeah, that was so much fun today.
If anybody out there is trading futures and you're not on our Discord, we've been having a lot of fun that last half hour before close, getting together and coming up with some sort of challenge of, like today it was, you can only have one contract on at a time, and we were trading NQ futures.
Yeah.
It's not only fun, but it for me, and I know for you too, Kyle, because you were talking about it earlier, it forces you to almost look at trading with a fresh eyes, right?
Yeah. And not only that, because we do it in sim too, it also keeps you from doing something stupid at the end of the week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That last half hour, you don't give anything back that last half hour.
Exactly.
And if that's your best time for trading, you trade it live, do your thing. But it definitely, for me, it's better to be simming and
well, and then plus with Flary joining this last one, like, and Flary's the one I think who started this with OFL like probably a year or so ago. I don't know if they're still doing it on there. I don't think so, but like having him on there and like just talking through like what he's seeing, like, oh my god, talk about the learning that you get from that. Like having like a real professional trader who knows what he's doing, commenting on price action. Like,
yeah,
I hope he joins every week.
Yes.
Even if he wins every week.
Yes, even if he wins. Yeah, he comes on, and there were several traders, and I can't recognize everybody's voice. It was a good group of guys in there.
Yeah.
You could tell the people that have been trading NQ all day.
Yep.
They're talking about their levels, and those levels were meaningful in the challenge.
Then you have us who trade ES. Like, all I have is a 5-minute chart. I'm just trying to watch the DOM and see if I can make sense of this.
There's no DOM trading on NQ. It's insanity.
Oh man, yeah, you're right, man. That was a ton of fun.
It's a different kind of thing to look for on the NQ than what you're looking for in the ES. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. If you are trading futures and you're looking to have a great way to end the week, come on over to our voice chat.
Yep, join us.
Join us for the challenge.
One of us.
God, that's a creepy movie.
I know.
Okay, right. Is it time to make a bet?
Let's do it. I'll hit the song here.
I
Need it, wanna beat it, gonna win it if I take it from you. I'm filling my positions, quit your bitching, random's gonna lose. Got a chart full of levels and a stop that's not too tight. It's bet picking time in the shop, so pick 'em right.
All right, Dan, I promised you a good pick.
Yeah.
That Seeking Alpha article didn't convince you. I think we go long Activision, and we close it out the day of the when the announcement finally comes through.
I fucking love that.
Yeah,
I love it.
Do you want to stop on here? I think we just market sell the instant. I see a news article that says the injunction was granted.
Okay. A news-based trigger.
Yes. And if the announcement comes through that the judge has denied the preliminary injunction, then we just close out the trade at the end of that day on market close.
No, that sounds great. I kind of want to do that with some calls.
I never know, right? Still have one left. This may end up going another week, though. So are we comfortable taking this 2 weeks if we have to?
Yes.
All right. Then that's the plan. Let's get a random stock then. We've got NASDAQ and I think it was consumer durables or materials. I think it was materials. AMTX.
AMTX.
That is Metis Incorporated.
A Metis. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice bull flag, huh? Rotating above the previous swing high.
Yeah, doesn't that warm your heart to see random make such a pick?
It's demoralizing. Okay, wait, put it on the daily. It looks a lot better.
Okay. All right. Oh, fair enough.
What's with their earnings reporting cycle, too? It's like 2 months, 4 months. So they reported November 22, then the next one is March of 23.
Look, they will report their earnings when they get some.
Apparently. What did they do? Oh, analysts are rating this as a buy.
Uh-oh.
The technicals are indicating a buy.
Uh-oh.
Its performance, year-to-date, 90% return. I mean, that sounds a bit overbought to me.
Okay.
Some solid sell wicks on some of these days, too. All right, well, I don't know, Dan. I don't know, but I'm getting real sick of random. That's all I'm going to say.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
all right. Well, thanks
doing this.
Thanks for sticking around to the end, folks, and joining us on our journey of demoralization, fighting a random stock generator.
This is month 3, I think, of losing.
God damn! We got a good plan. News-based exits. I love it. I love it.
That's a first.
It's the first.
300 episodes to learn that trick.
Right. Join us next week. Find out how we did. Until then, you're going to have to smash that like button.
Spank that 5-star rating like a married man home alone for the week.
Is that who you spank?
I mean, that's... I'm just going to stop talking now.
You spanking yourself over there, buddy?
It's
all good. It's all good.
What else are you going to do when everyone's out of town?
All right, folks. Till next time, happy trades.
Bye.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks and the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.
Get the home to yourself for a week.
Fair enough. See how that echo works.
The what?
The echo.
What echo?
when you spank yourself.
I don't get it.
In an empty house.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Gotta love it. Having to explain a joke right at the end.
I know,
All right,
that's
folks.
a strong way to end it.
Till next time, happy trades.
Bye.